Hello and welcome to the Armory. I'll be honest, this video today is not the one I was expecting to actually be making today. Today I was actually expecting to start on the video that we had posted about, which would have been our review. And it looks like our MkIII 36 here won out on the review. So our next review is actually going to be on the MkIII 36. But today we got another unboxing video from Royal Tiger. And the reason why I said I wasn't expecting to be doing this video today was because, well, the last time I ordered from Royal Tiger, it took a month and a half to get the rifle. This one came in 2 weeks. So I was a little surprised. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So what we ordered today was it was a B grade Enfield No1 Mark III. So I have not seen what was in this yet, so let's go ahead and see what we've got. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Let's see what we got. Oh, look, packing peanuts. Our favorite. Ooh, I actually feel it. And from the feel of it, it's the nose cap. Oh yes. I think we're done with the we're done with the bayonet, so we can put it back on its home here. And for those that are wondering, that is an Ontario Knife Works bayonet for the M16. Used by the Marines. Alrighty. This is our first look. A little bit dirty, a little crusty. But so far, I'm actually happy with what I'm seeing. Looks like we are missing some wood. Yeah, we are definitely missing some wood. Oh. Oh my gosh, we're missing quite a few items. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, that's not bad. We got a free clip. But again, we're still missing some wood. Make sure they didn't just get these packing peanuts cleaned up out of here. That way we can really take a look at this. Well, alrighty. This is a B grade. I'm a little disappointed here. Uh-oh. Well, you can already see the one problem. Stock's loose. Alrighty. This is a BSA. So a British rifle, not one of the Indians. Oh, she's crusty. This part of the handguard's broke. The rest of the handguard's actually missing. So that tells me what we got going there. Alrighty. How's our rear sight look? Rear sight's not working. Slider has no tension. So we are going to have to deal with that. I just don't like that this didn't come with the handguard, but what's to be expected from them? I mean, overall, other than these cracks here and this stock being loose, this wood here is in really good shape. No real issues seen there. So yes, we are missing our safety here, so we will have to replace that. This part of the stock I have not seen any cracks on. What I'm real curious about now is the bore on this. Because if this is this crusty on the outside, how is the bore? Alrighty. So what we'll do now is we will take the bolt out, which nowadays is really not that bad, but we're gonna take this bolt out here. We're gonna inspect the bore. We'll try to get a good video for you for the bore, and then we'll sit down and talk about this, about what we are going to do to clean this up. All right, so we got it stripped down to see if we needed anything else or what we needed. So our next step on this is we're gonna have to clean it, because we just inspected it. Actually, to be honest, while I was inspecting it, I got all the parts ordered. Some are coming from Liberty Tree Collectibles, and some are coming from Apex. This rear handguard here, this piece is actually, I'm going to go ahead and replace this. I got a new one coming from Apex. The front handguard that we were missing is coming from Liberty Tree Collectibles. So on this, as you saw here, this is real loose. Let's bring it up here. Pretty much what we're looking at here is the spring is worn out. So I got a new spring for that ordered. This thing's got a lot of crud on it, so we are going to clean this up. As for the loose stock that we had here, that was a simple fix. All it was is we used this long screwdriver here, put it in, and we just did a small tiny turn, and it tightened the buttstock up. We are going to be taking this stock disc off and cleaning it, just like we are going to be cleaning all this corrosion from the brass butt plate. We are going to clean all that up. As you can see, all this corrosion. So we're cleaning that today. We are going to be cleaning the stock. We are going to actually be restoring the stock as best we can. So this chunk of wood, at some point in its life, was replaced, but it was never actually glued on or anything. So we are going to attach that so that it doesn't come off like this. And we are going to strip the wood down and reseal it, give it a good new finish. Same with this wood. Now, one thing I noticed was this was loose on it. All we did here was we took our screwdriver, tightened it up. So that's going to be done there. We are going to be definitely dealing with all this rust. We may re-blue it, we may not. We may just clean it up, see what it looks like, and go from there. Yes, that's what I was forgetting about. So one thing we wanted to look at was the barrel, because this is a B grade. We wanted to make sure this wasn't all shot out before we do all this work. I was debating on getting a brand new stock set for this, just because it is my own personal. It's going in my own personal collection. This one again was made by BSA in 1938. Is that 38? Yeah, 1938. This is the #1 Mark III Star. So one thing that they did was you can see the slot for the disconnect, but they did not add the disconnect on the Mark III Star. In fact, they got rid of it. So, and they also, another thing they did was they added a little bit of a reinforcement through here on some of them. This one just has a little pin through here. Some of the other ones actually has a real big thick bar that goes through here. This one does not have that. God, really need to get this cleaned up. But as we were talking about the barrel, let's see if we can get in here. So first thing we did, we got a Greek 303 surplus round. So what we're going to do is we are going to check the muzzle. And I'm actually very happy with this. So as you see here, we put the round in and we see plenty of copper outside. And what that's telling us is that we got a good amount of barrel life left in this. So let's see. So we're going to definitely be cleaning all that up. All the tools that we use to take this apart are these 3 screwdrivers and this mallet. And the reason why we use the mallet was because of these screws here have a bunch of crud in them, and we couldn't get the buttstock off, or the butt plate off the buttstock to get to the screw until we were able to chisel down some of the gunk inside of there to get the screwdriver in. All right, so we got her inspected here, and I found a few more things that I didn't mention a little bit ago on this, and we're going to talk about that right now. I was intending to actually do a restoration video on this, or a conservation video, where it shows you me cleaning the stock, cleaning up the metal, my process for doing such a thing. And unfortunately, I lost all the footage for that. So what I found on this, when we took this apart, we found that the spring here for the slide, if you remember how this would just slide freely, the spring for that button was completely missing. And cleaning it, we got all the rust out of there, so now it's even more free than it was before. We got the spring ordered for that. We actually ordered that originally with all the other stuff, but after we finished recording our last segment, I decided that before we do anything, we need to function check the extractor and the ejector. And I'm actually glad I did that before we went to the range, because if you look here, the ejector screw is missing. So what that caused is I put a round in. If I pull it back, it ain't coming out. And that also led me to the extractor as well. As you can see here, it's missing its spring. And it's not that the spring wasn't there. The spring was there, but it was broken. I noticed that the extractor was very weak and loose. And when I went to inspect it, the spring itself was pretty much folded in on itself and collapsed. It wasn't doing its job. Went to see if I could barely bend it to see if we could fix it, and it just shattered into pieces. So that was our issue with that. Unfortunately, all the videos of us cleaning the stock and the metal were lost when I was uploading everything. I wish it wasn't lost, because I really wanted to do a restoration video on this. But I spent some time cleaning it, and we'll at least go over what I did on this. For the wood here, I'm not done with it, but the only thing I've done with the wood is I took a toothbrush and some soap and water, and I just scrubbed it and then wiped it down. And you can tell there is a huge difference in the wood from before and after the scrubbing with the soap and water. As for the metal parts, we completely disassembled the rifle completely. We took everything, we scrubbed it, all the springs, the internals, all of it was scrubbed. And then we used lacquer thinner to degrease all the metal. And everything except for the barrel and receiver, I took a pot of boiling water, put all the parts in there, all the screws, everything, for 15 minutes, and just let them boil. And when we got it back out, we took our 4/0 steel wool and some gun oil, just scrubbed everything down. And the result was really, really nice metal underneath. The rust, everything, that surface rust that we had on there, it is all gone now. And we got the nice blued finish on there. So we will not be rebluing this. Originally, I thought maybe we would reblue it, but there's a lot of good original finish on this that we're going to leave. I mean, looking at the site, if you were able to tell when we had it on the table apart, how rusted this rear sight was, and now it's very clean and easy to see the numbers. It's not rusted at all. So everything cleaned up really nice on this. And I'm really looking forward to taking it to the range so we can do a range video with it. And I really hope that y'all join us for that video as well, including our next video with the MkIII 36, which will be our review. And we are going to, after that, we're going to continue on with our review series as well as doing our series of firearm development. And I'm actually happy I got this because this does pertain a lot to the history and development of the Pattern 14 and the model of 1917 as well. And that's something we will actually get into on why with that video. But if you really like firearm related content, I really suggest liking and subscribing so we can grow as a channel. We've got a lot of things coming our way here, and we really want you to be a part of it with us. We got more reviews. We got a store coming soon, so I really hope y'all come join us, and we'll see you next time on the Armory.